Hi. Okay, let's talk about some anime. Now, I'm gonna try something a little bit different here, where I do want to try and do like some sort of discussion type video for this channel, Kingu-san, because I do watch a lot of anime, and if you don't know, the vast majority of what you see on this channel is also going to be directly from Patreon, okay? I do these anime live streams on Patreon, and they're pretty fun, and if you want to pull up, you can pull up, and then everything is saved on Patreon. And also my the old school 2019, 2020 stuff that I did years ago, it's also uploaded to Patreon as well for those reactions. Right now, currently, we're rolling through the old school Fire Force Season 1 stuff. At some point, I will upload my old reactions to Demon Slayer Season 1 as well. So check out my Patreon, link in the box below. And also, for this channel, yeah, the format is, for the most part, you have your reaction shorts, and then at some point, we are going to upload the full episode reactions, but I also want to try this out and see how it works out. So, that being said, there is a lot for this anime season that I rolled through. Some things I did drop, other things I have stuck with them through and through, and let me give you my general sense. Honestly, one show was unbelievably disappointing this season for me personally. So, off the rip, Spy X Family. Spy X Family is without a doubt one of the most popular and one of the best shows this season. Well animated because it's a Cloverworks and Witch Studio joint venture. So yeah, well animated off the gate. The ending, oh my god, yo. The ending, smooth. It is the best ending of all the endings of all the anime I have watched this season, confirmed. Really good characters. Lloyd is a beast. Yord is absolutely a beast. I know cats, I know a lot of dudes are going crazy. There's
I need it. They're
slurping kimochi. Woo! For Yoru-san. God damn. And then there is Anya, who is right now, like, think of the old school 2012 movie World Destruction. That's Anya right now. She's just sweeping across the anime sphere. It is absurd. And it's going to be very intriguing when Demon Slayer Season 3 comes out and then Nezuko returns to form. It's like the battle of ultimate cuteness between Anya and Nezuko. So, I like Spy X Family. I think it's a good show. I wouldn't say it's as good as a lot of folks are proclaiming it is. So, like, let's say if I give it a rating out of 10, it's a 7 to 8 out of 10 at this point in time. But when folks say it's as good as Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, let's
not yet.
Let's just curtail our expectations a little bit. Now, Shield Hero. Oh, Jesus. Wow. Oh my God. What an absolute disappointment. What an absolute letdown, yo. Shield Hero is pitiful. I cannot believe Season 1 of Shield Hero was dope at the beginning. It was hype. It did kind of taper off, but it was heavy. Now Fumi, Raphtalia were heavy. Raphtalia having her friends from her hometown be in prison, seeing their bones, and that kind of, like, Raphtalia, honest to God, I love Raphtalia, all right? Your boys, I promise you, I am not a furry. However...
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
That sounds so bad. However, Raphtalia, I honest to God, think is one of the best girls I've seen in anime manga. I really appreciate her courage. I really appreciate her character development. I appreciate her character just as a whole. And I'm watching Season 2. Oh, Season 2 is bad. It's like a 4 out of 10 max. And it's so sad seeing this season, and the director has been horrible. Like, universally horrible across the board. Everyone understands this. Studio's rating has been just dropping down and down and down. I dropped it. I actually dropped Shield Hero Season 2. I'm not coming back. I'm reading the manga material. Because I read the manga up to a certain point, then I stopped reading the manga because I heard that there was Season 2 coming out for the anime. Cool. But yo, I'm going back to the manga Because what they're doing here, this mix and match of like the material from the light novel and the manga and no, stop. It's horrible. And honestly, one of the things that kills the momentum of the show, outside of the piss poor animation and the goddamn Dreamcast turtle, is this Rishia and Itsuki. I do not care about Rishia and Itsuki, and they push it so hard when they take away so much time from Naofumi, from Naftalia, from Philo, from characters that we care about, and it's all this Itsuki and Rishia. No, I'm done. And they have just completely lost this balance between action and dialogue, where there's clearly not enough of a big budget to do high action scenes that they could do in the previous season. So instead, there's a lot of this. There's a lot of yapping, even though there's a full-scale war. What? No. Spare me. Piss poor directing, bad animation, character decisions that don't make any sense, massive confusion between the source material that they're actually using, and on top of that, the pacing it's not. Oh, yeah. I gave this 5 episodes, and that was it. I couldn't go any longer. I dropped Shield Hero Season 2. And even though I like the story, and I'm going to be continuing the story on the manga, the anime, for the time being, unless I find out that Season 3 has a much better director, and it's actually, like, they have a focus here of we're going to do the manga, we're going to do light now, wherever it's going to be. Not this mix and match of the 3, no. No. Nine. Now, moving on from this, let's talk about a show that I think is right now absolutely on pace to be the best show this season. It's low-key, but wow, I'm up to date. Whoa, Summertime Render.
Lovely.
Summertime Render is on pace, I'd argue, to be better than Spy X Family. Initially, I wouldn't say that, but the last episode I watched, up to date, I'm like, whoa. This is really good. It's genuinely good. The supernatural horror element of the show is pretty well executed. Yes, I'm not necessarily a fan of time looping. I mean, i.e. Subaru from ReZero. Like, ReZero had its moment at the first season, and then, ReZero is bad. ReZero is just flat out bad. But that being said, this show takes that concept of time looping, and they have begun to execute it in a really well-balanced way that adds a tremendous amount of tension and seriousness to the situation. Not just in terms of the main character, but also the villains. I promise you, these villains, off the rip, are hella competent, and I really like that. I like what they're doing here with this show. It's great with the horror, great with supernatural. It's limited, it's very tense, very graphic too. I like graphic, yay, bueno. Mavi. And also the dialect, which I believe is called the Kansai dialect. I also appreciate it because it does set a nice tone where you are in the middle of nowhere on this random island with a bunch of people that are like, I guess, Japanese Hicks-ish. And it plays out well, essentially. You have good characters so far, and a lot of characters have a lot of potential depth to them. So this series right now, 25 episodes are slated, and I'm watching all of them. Absolutely, it's a good watch. Tomodachi Game is also low-key pretty intriguing too. The animation isn't stellar, and because a lot of Japanese text sometimes, you are gonna have to pause and kind of read all this stuff if you want to get the full understanding of the strategy game. But outside of those issues, I actually do enjoy Tomodachi Game. The psychological mindfucketry of what's going on between these characters, I actually think is pretty intriguing. Especially knowing that they're all, quote, friends, but their friendship is really being put to the test. A lot of debt is being accrued. A lot of folks have to owe a lot of money. Their friendship is slowly being torn apart because of the game, and also through their own actions, through major secrets being revealed. Oh, it's some very salacious drama here, where you have secrets being revealed of things like political manipulation, murder, sexual favors, like Okay, there is a lot of creativity in these games too that they play between each other, and all the while the tension keeps on building with sometimes a really, really fucked up audience. So I do like what's going on with Yuichi, with Shiho, Tenji. Tenji! Oh man, yo. This dude is funny. But that being said, not the greatest show this season, but still a show I'm very intrigued to keep on watching. Now, what I absolutely enjoy, and it's absolutely nowhere near a serious show, but it's a pretty funny show, is Skeleton Knight Another World. Imagine Ainz Ul Gao from Overlord, but he's mad chill, mad funny, and also kind of noobish despite his OP powers, running around with a big-breasted, quote, dark elf, end quote, and a nine-tails Pikachu. Yeah, we're not taking this seriously. Even though it's an action fantasy show, when you have the elves living in a place called the Great Canada Maple I can't believe it, yo!
カナダ大森林の神とメープルに所属するものって意味になるわね。
What? The elves are all Canadian! What the fuck? Oh my god, yo. It's... okay. The show is actually surprisingly graphic. It is. Because when folks get cut in half, they bleed. And they bleed a lot. Now, I know a lot of folks are going to compare this show to Redo of Healer because there's a lot of implied forced sexual encounters. However, the show is clean, okay? The show is clean. It's not there because even though it's implied, so far, they never follow through because our main man, Ark, aka Ainz, he's a stud. He runs around with these broken-ass abilities and he just saves the day. Though, to be fair, even though he seems to be broken, there's actually some sort of cap to it. But the show is absolutely funny. It does destroy some tropes here or there. So I've been enjoying that show this season as well. And I know a lot of people are actually enjoying the one show called Your Boy Con Ming. I gave it like half an episode and I was done. Maybe in the future I'll get back to it, but not anytime soon. And what's also a great show this season is Love After World Domination. Hey yo, shout outs to Saitama's nephew, Fudo. This kid is GNC incarnate. The man just lives non-stop all day, every day, 24/7, 365. But here he's found love and basic dating with one of the main villainesses of the series, and she, who's like deemed to be such an evil girl, is actually just a chill, regular high school girl, and here they are just dating. While all their friends fight to the quote death. It's ridiculous. Like you have the Power Rangers on one side, you have the bad guys on the other side, and everyone kind of leads like normal-ish lives, but then they come to work to fight each other. Listen, I love this show. There is action in the show, but the action doesn't really matter that much. It's a great blend of the rom-com, the romance, and the comedy. Has plenty of ecchi too that you would be hard-pressed to forget. Bueno. Now, another show that I did watch, but I did drop, ultimately speaking, was The Executioner and Her Way of Life. Well, I kind of forgot about it, where I watched episode 1 on stream, and then I think we just didn't care to go back. I mean, it was whatever. It had an interesting twist, but it wasn't enough to kind of keep me intrigued with the show. It was isekai, but it's isekais that get killed because they're too risky for the other world. Basically, wasn't too intrigued with the show. It is what is there. Now, Aoashi, soccer show, I think has a lot of potential, but it is a slow starter. That is for sure. Like, if you're watching Aoashi, you're clearly in here for the long haul, and you're a sports fan. Now, to be fair, I hate soccer. Soccer is extraordinarily boring. But I will watch anime soccer, because at least it's a lot more intriguing than IRL soccer. IRL soccer can suck on my dick, because I have no care at all ever watching that on a regular basis. Unless it's the World Cup, major blowouts like Germany versus Brazil way back when, or you have Zinedine Zidane headbutts. That's it. And then finally for the season, the gem, Kingdom Season 4. Kingdom Season 3 and Kingdom Season 4 have been way better than Season 1, Season 2 in terms of sheer animation quality. Now, is it fantastic? Is it outstanding? No. But the Kingdom story is always a very well-written story. It is an epic like none other, and the anime has done a pretty decent job executing that for season 3, season 4. And I call it the gem because, relatively speaking, season 4 has been pretty good so far. Like you can tell on my anime list, season 4 of Kingdom has a very high rating, almost a 9, but the actual viewership is relatively low. Kingdom is the shit, without a doubt, but unfortunately, it doesn't have that many fans, at least in the West. In Japan, you can see in the yearly manga sales, Kingdom has a lot of fans. I mean, it's getting another live action film, and the first one did outstanding. So Kingdom continues the greatness, and the anime is now getting better, and I like seeing the trajectory of the anime. So hopefully with the season 5, season 6, they continue to get better in terms of the animation and the production of the show. So overall, that is what I'm going through for this season of anime. A longer video for sure, but if you want to see more of this content for this channel, let me know in the comment section down below. And also, once again, if you want to see my full episode reactions, unfiltered, unedited, and I do pause a lot, rewind, and so on and so forth, you can see them all on Patreon, on the Patreon specific streams, link in the box below. I'm gonna see you guys on the flip side.